Don't go starting to say goodbye. We just started on this ride. Many moments on the road ahead. Let's get started to live. 'Cause we've seen trouble ahead and trouble behind, and we'll be right here waiting without trouble on our minds. Trouble's been said, get wound up and die. This trouble is just passing by. It might be raining, it's bound to shine. You need darkness to show light. Heavy lifting on the roads ahead. Let's get started, let's get fed. Here we are, where we belong. 'Cause we've seen trouble ahead and trouble behind, and we'll be right here waiting without trouble on our minds. Trouble's been said to get wound up and die. This trouble is just passing by. This trouble is just passing by. Well, you've been reading how to live, thinking you'll be prepared for life to give you its all. I've been standing in the dark, looking death in the eyes, saying trouble is just, singing trouble is just, this trouble is just passing by. Passing by, passing by, passing by. telling me I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. City slipping, yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me just get it just right so I can actually see. There we go. Hopefully I'm loud enough for all of you. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Let me turn the music down for like 10% more. There we are. So yeah, hopefully everyone's doing okay. Sorry I didn't do Cloudpunk yesterday. It's been a let's just say a taxing week to say the least. Me. It's been a taxing week to say the least. Let's say that much. I think I don't know if I think maybe I mentioned this last stream. I feel like maybe I did. I think maybe I mentioned it, like, you know, stuff going on with the kitchen, and it's been a pretty hectic, busy week. Constantly being interrupted, constantly being needed. Not doing like anything too super taxing, but like the constant interruptions, and it could be for 10 minutes, could be for 20, could be for 30. I could be told it's for a few minutes and then it ends up being 30 minutes or whatever, right? Like, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like what I mean is like, you know, I could be told it's only for a few minutes, and then it's actually much longer than what I thought. Basically, it's a huge pain in the ass, basically. So yeah. That one, pretzel on that one. I think that's everything else really, and then that one automatically gets posted, right? Yeah, so not really needed there. So yeah. Big hoopla. Big hoopla. As you can see, I was upgrading it in the middle. I'm glad actually. So I was right. I think maybe I mentioned it before. Like it's whether you do on what, because they're grouped. Whatever change you make on one scene, it affects all of them. So I'm like trying to make sure it's all good here. I think that's fine. Yeah, some of them don't have album art, but it's fine. Fine. Here's the BRB screen. What does it look like here? Even. There we go. And then we'll move you down here. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Oh crap, why is it not? What? Ah. Why that's... Yes. Yeah. Why is it not? I'm so confused. It does it on this screen. Right. Yeah. It does it on this screen too? Yeah, it does on that screen. Why is it not like doing it on the other screen as well? Maybe it's on the active screen, BRB. There we go. That one and that one. Push. That was weird. Let me do the BRB screen now. There we are. It comes in. So it's supposed to, when it shows from the left and then right. Okay. I need to quickly change that then. So transition, we want to swipe it. You come in from the left. Yes. Then we want to do the hide transition. We want to swipe, and then we want to go away to the right. There we are. There we go. Perfecto. There we go. And then my visualizer, we want the voice to be moved up just a tad bit. There we go. And then we want to hide it, or can we not hide it? No, because it would ruin it. It's fine. It goes off the screen, but it's fine. It's going to be perfect. I just want to make sure it at least looks okay. There we go. And then it hides, and then we got the one here. There we go. And what's my voice one? That's my voice one. Yeah. Okay. It looks all good. It looks all good. Yeah. So anyway, where was I? So yeah, it's been a hectic week, and you know, yesterday I think I just thought, you know what, I can't be asked to stream today. I'm just gonna you know, take the day off essentially. It's been super hectic, and safe to say there's been quite a few arguments in the household over it. It's just you know. Well, obviously, you know, it's been going on for like a week and a half now. I feel like I did mention it last stream, but even if I didn't, I feel like I did. But you know, I mentioned it here anyway because it's still annoying. You know, I've got to get it off my chest. But yeah, and also, you know, I want to, you know, try my best. I don't have social media or anything, right? So the only way I keep you guys updated is by talking about it here, right, on the stream. So for any of you who watch this, you know, you watch all my streams, you know, if you do, I really appreciate that. You know, you guys are legends, obviously. But you know, if you don't, then obviously, you know, and other people only watch other, like, you know, some people are only here for Palia, or some people are only here for the fighting streams, which I haven't done one in a bit, I know. I will get back doing fight streams eventually. It's just right now, you know, hopefully, today was supposed to be the last day, but it isn't. So hopefully tomorrow is the last bloody day. And I don't know if I mentioned last stream, but basically my mum wanted this is how it originally started. My mum wanted blinds in the kitchen. She wanted blinds in the kitchen, and it went from putting up blinds in the kitchen to a new bit of wood to hang the blinds on right by the window. And it went from a bit of wood to now to painting. And it went from 1 day to 2 days to 3 days. Now it's been a week and a half. And it suffice to say, you know, I've had, you know, there's my mum's friends have wading, my family's wading, I have certainly said my mouthful and wading, you know, and there has been, as I said, there's been quite a few arguments in the household, to say the least. A lot of language has been thrown about, right, because it's taken the piss. Don't get me wrong, the person who's doing it he's a good enough bloke, right? I've got nothing against him. He's a good bloke, you know, and he's a neighbour. He's a good bloke. I've got nothing against him, right? I mean, he's weird. He's got his quirks, but I'm weird. I've got my quirks, right? Who am I to judge on somebody being weird when I'm weird myself, right? But as I actually watched a comedy before I started this stream. Greg Davis, he's 2015 comedy, Not the Magnificent Beast. It's the one before the Magnificent Beast. They're all on Netflix. It's the one out of all the ones on Netflix. It's the one before Magnificent Beast, at the back of my mum's head or something. And they talk about like in it, like nobody's normal. Everybody is weird to some extent. It's just some are weirder than others, but everybody is weird, right? So, I mean, he's got his quirks, right? But he seems like a decent enough bloke. But he's taken so long on this. And, you know, I don't know what his experience is and how long he's been doing it for, but I wouldn't say he's a professional. But then that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a painter myself. But yeah, anyway, it's been a trying week. Constant interruptions, constantly being needed, you know, even if it's just for 5 minutes at a time, it's the constant interruption. So, you know, I maybe get 10 minutes to do my own thing, an hour and a half, and then I'm needed constantly, you know, being asked not every 5 minutes, but, you know, being asked often enough that, you know, I can't really commit to doing anything on the off chance that I might be needed. So it's been a pain in the arse. And again, I'm not been asked to do anything taxing, but it's just the constant interruptions. So, you know, I haven't really been able to commit to doing my own stuff. You know, I've had 2 streams this week, I believe. I think maybe I had a Palia stream this week, and I had an Ashfall stream. So I've done 2 streams this week. I did, Palia, Ashfall, Ace Academy, Cloudpunk, and then obviously the fighting streams, right? So it's like 5 stream series there. Pardon me, the playtest for Ashfall is done now. So Ashfall isn't a thing anymore. Well, until they they do another playtest or another, you know, beta or open beta or whatever, or they release the game. So, pardon me. So, Ashfall is done now. So it's just Palia, Cloudpunk, visual novel, and then maybe a fighting stream, right? So that's like 3 to 4 streams a week. Obviously, Ashfall, you know, this was the last week for Ashfall, so I've done 2 streams for that game now. The last one being this week. So I've done 2 streams this week, which isn't too bad. Right, so including this one, that's 3 streams, I believe, maybe this week. 3 out of 3 to 4 streams a week. Right, I think that's what I can make up. I think that's, you know, what I want. I feel like that's what I aim for, or at least that's what I'll aim for now. 3 to 4 per week. If I haven't mentioned it or aimed for that before. So out of 3 to 4, I've done 3. This is the 3rd one this week. The only one I haven't done is Cloudpunk. So and you know, in the fighting stream, but I've done 3 this week, so that's not too bad. No, sorry I didn't do Cloudpunk yesterday. For anyone who does enjoy watching me play Cloudpunk, whether you watch the VOD, I will look to do maybe 2 Cloud. I think I was thinking about it before. I'll look to do like maybe 2 Cloudpunk streams next week to make up for not doing one this week. I'll look to do 2 next week for Cloudpunk. It's been a trying week, and I feel like I almost wasn't going to do the Ace Academy today, but obviously, you know, I always try and push. No matter what, I always do the Ace Academy stream once a week. You know, if I can't do the others for whatever reason, I at least do the Ace Academy one. Right? I feel like I might have said that before. I feel like that a lot. I'm making it up. My catchphrase at this point. But yeah, you know, I'm doing the Ace Academy one now, and I apologise for not doing the Cloudpunk one. It's just I feel like taking yesterday off because it's been a trying week and a half. Like I said, a lot of arguments, a lot of tension, a lot of fucking stress. It's been a really pain in the ass bloody week and a half. And hopefully tomorrow is the last goddamn day. Because I'm quite frankly sick of this shit. I'm absolutely sick of this shit. And it all started with wanting a bloody fucking pair of blinds put up in the kitchen. A set of blinds put up in the kitchen turned into painting the entire kitchen. A week and a half of this shit. And it all started with a poxy pair of blinds. It wanted to be put up in the kitchen, not the toilet, not the bedroom, not any place where you'd really want a bit of privacy. No, the kitchen. Which I would argue isn't really a place you really need privacy. Right? It's your bedroom and the kitchen. Maybe the living room, arguably, maybe the living room, but really, the kitchen. Oh, anyway, it's been a trying week. Anyway, let's get down to the visual novel. Sorry, I went on a rant there, but I needed to get it off my chest, and also wanted, it's nice to update you all about what I'm currently going on, what my plans are, so you guys know when I might stream and that. So, I didn't do Cloudpunk yesterday. I decided to take yesterday off. And so I'll try and maybe look to do 2 Cloudpunk streams next week. If tomorrow I don't get interrupted too much tomorrow, I might look to do a Palia stream tomorrow, which is 4 streams this week. So that's not too bad. I ain't done Cloudpunk this week, but at least I got a couple streams in this week. I still managed to do a couple streams, so it's better. It's not the best. It's not everything I wanted to do, but at least I got most of what I wanted to get done. Not all of it, but most of it. Right? That's a plus. Anyway, let's get down and actually play Ace Academy. And I'm sorry for not streaming as often as I could have, but I hide that. Let's do game capture, Ace Academy, Bush. Oh, I have to do the window capture, don't I? Because it doesn't want to capture the body. It doesn't want to capture the game for some reason. Right, there we go. Music. I'll disable alerts as well, because this is, I want to focus on the on Ace Academy. When I'm playing Palia or like a game where I don't mind alerts and stuff, that's all well and good, but this is something where I want the focus to be on the game, the series. If I wasn't, what would this be like if I wasn't streaming? Right? I mean, I go on long rants all the time, that's just me. But if I wasn't streaming, there wouldn't be alerts or anything, right? Like, for someone who's watching this on YouTube, right, having the constant alerts and stuff pop up, that's interruptions, right? So I'll probably hide the Streamlab cards as well, actually, going forward. I'll try to remember to disable alert sounds and SL cards. The alerts can pop up. I don't mind the alerts popping up, but to have any alert sounds. Actually, no, I'll hide the alerts as well. Where are the alerts? There we go. I'll hide the alerts as well, that way. Going forward, I know we're 10 parts in, but I'm always looking for ways to improve, and I feel like that's a way to improve. Not have alerts all the time. Alright. We are here. There we go. I don't remember where we last left off. Where did we last leave off? Let me go back to a page. Oh, we went to the party. Right. Okay, I remember now. And I think there's a clip uploaded the other day. I think that was to do with one of the previous episode. Okay, I remember where we were. Let me just grab a drink and then we'll get started. Oh, my Dr. Pepper's all liquid, like, flat now because of all the ice that's melted. It's so hot. So hot. So I'm just cleaning my glasses. Oh yeah, before I continue, I also dropped my phone this morning. My first official drop of my phone. Yay, it happens to everybody. It's like breaking your phone in, right? Luckily though, obviously I've got it insured now, so that's a good thing, right? But I've got my screen protector on. I've got a decent case. So when it fell, because basically it was on my desk, my makeshift desk, and it got the cable in it. And obviously when I moved my leg, I pulled on the cable with my leg, and it pulled the phone forward. But when it fell and it like fell forward at an angle, so it landed face down, like face first, like screen first. But it's got a case on it, and it's got and the case has got raised lips around the camera on the back. It's got raised lips, and it's got raised lips on the front. So basically, when you lay it down on a surface, it won't rub against the screen. The camera's on the back, and the screen on the front won't rub against the surface. So when it fell, the raised lips, absorbed the blow, right? They absorb, and it's a flat ground. It's like, and it's also not even like concrete or anything. It's like fake wooden flooring. So it's like foam rubber wooden flooring. Still gonna be an impact, but it's not as bad as if it was in concrete. And obviously because when it's got a case on it and a screen protector, and I played like one of my music rhythm games and COD M, so and it works perfectly fine, and there's no scratches or any damage on the case or the phone. So it's luckily it seems to be 100% okay. Touch wood. It seems, touch wood, right? Touch wood. Even though I'm atheist, touch wood, because it's an expensive phone. Touch wood. It's 100% completely okay. Touch wood. But it was bound to happen eventually. I try my best to take care of my stuff, but it was bound to happen eventually, right? Anyone here watching the stream now has probably dropped their phone. Anyway, so last left off, I know we're 30 minutes into it. This is what I do. So last we left off, we had our first match against one of Show's friends. One of the Show's friends and his team. And they're really passionate. They're really into it. Like role play. It's like they were role playing an epic battle between two opposing factions. And it would be glorious and badass. And Show got really into it for some reason. So Kaori told Show to shut up, and we called her a dippy. That's one of the clips uploaded to TikTok. It's either a clip, no, actually I don't know for sure. It's either a clip I've uploaded or a clip that I've edited and I've yet to upload. Oh, and incidentally, that's another thing I forgot to update you guys on. I actually got around to editing some of my clips, not all of them, but I've got how many have I got? I've got, oh no, yeah, that's great. Yeah, great stuff. It's not what I wanted to do it all. I clicked on the wrong button. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 good clips and I have 8 good clips and 4 meh clips. So I have double good clips, as in like good clips are the ones that I feel like are going to do really well, or I really like them. I subjectively think they're really funny or really good, and also I feel like they're good in terms of like views and stuff. Like the Cloudpunk ones do really well. The visual novel ones are 50-50. The Paleo ones on TikTok seem to do well as well. But obviously are they funny as well, right? Do I feel like they're entertaining, right? All those things factor into if I think it's a good clip or a meh clip. And then meh clips are like backup clips. So if I don't have any good clips available, I can upload the meh ones to at least have content going up, right? Because you gotta keep on the grind. Anyway, so yeah, that to look forward to if the clip isn't already uploaded. So that's a spoiler there, but yeah, we went to a party afterwards, as you saw on the save. We went to a party, and Kaori got really drunk, and we had to walk her home. I think maybe like we had to walk her home or something like that. And yeah, some guy challenged her to a drinking game, and she was like drunk him under the table, I think, but she also got really drunk, and we had to walk her home or something like that. I think that's the gist of it. So we had our first battle against a team, I think maybe. We won against them with Show's friends, went to a party afterwards, had fun at the party. Kaori had a bit too much fun, and we called Kaori Dippy on the battle as well. And now we did some other stuff, I can't remember what, and now we've woken up, and let's get into it. The sun shining through my window splashes on my face and wakes me up. I stretch in a wide yawn and glance at the clock. Nearly 10. I'm glad I got a chance to sleep in after the party last night, but I don't want to waste my weekend. I hop out of bed and get ready for the day. What's my plan for today? I wonder what my brother is up to. Well, we're investing into Kari, so let's go with her. I'm kind of hungry. Nikki will probably have food downstairs. But lately I've been craving the sushi Kari made. I really should make an effort to eat healthier. And those rolls seem simple enough to make. I mean, if Kari can do it, so can I. I'll ask how she made them and maybe I'll surprise Nikki by making lunch. That's edible. But I didn't say that's it. I've just said like, you know, that's edible. But I said like a normal line. It doesn't matter. I call up Kari. And there's a flood of noise when she answers.
What is it?
Hello. I was like, hello to you too.
Oh, right. Hi, what's up?
Remember the maki sushi you made for lunch?
Yeah.
How did you make them?
Oh, it's really easy. You need rice, nori, vinegar.
The voices in the background are getting so loud I can barely hear Kari. You're kind of cutting off. Where are you?
I'm in the mall. Actually, I'm in the store grabbing groceries. If you come by, I can just show you what ingredients to get.
Okay, I'll head over.
Hurry. I'm only here for a little bit, and then I'm gone.
Where are you going? But she already hung up the phone. Oh well, I better get to the mall before she leaves. After making my plans, I head downstairs.
Oh hey, didn't see you there, big bro.
She seems to be back to her usual self. I'm glad to see you're feeling better.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
As she speaks, a devilish smile graces her lips. She's up to something.
Anyway, you going out today?
Yeah, why? She starts giggling.
No reason.
Okay. Hey, I'm glad I actually ran into you. I want to apologise.
Apologize?
Yeah, I saw your text from a couple days ago and I'm sorry I didn't answer. I didn't have my phone on me, so I didn't see them until it was really late. Nikki crosses her arms.
Yeah, sure. Likely story.
No, really. I accidentally left it in my gear.
What?
Twice.
Oh, come on. At least come up with something more believable.
What's more believable than the truth? Okay, then I was just ignoring you. Alright, then fine. Fuck you. I was just ignoring you then. See? I knew you were lying. It's, you know what I mean? It's, people want to... People... I know this is going to sound really mean and sexist, and I apologise for that, but women... I feel like... Not all women, but there are women who just hear what they want to hear. You say one... They say one thing and mean another thing, and you say one thing and they hear another thing. Right? What they hear isn't what you say. Right? Like, it's like when a woman asks your opinion on something. They don't want your opinion. They want validation. They just want you to agree with them. Right? Not all women. Not all women. But I feel like there are some. It's not my problem if you don't believe me. Now I'll say that. I'm going to say, okay, now I'm just ignoring you. Because, you know, that's not going to help the situation, is it? And she obviously doesn't believe it's the truth. So I'm just saying it's not my problem if you don't believe me. I feel like that's the middle ground. I shouldn't need to come up with a lie to convince you of the truth.
Maybe if the truth weren't so far-fetched, why would your phone ever be in your gear?
The charge. He raises an eyebrow. Look, if you don't believe me, then look for yourself. I pull up my messages and flash the phone in her face. Rolling her eyes, she reluctantly takes a look. What do you mean by... Oh! Nikki bites her lip as she continues scrolling.
No.
She hands back my phone. That's not the reaction I was expecting. Something's up. Sorry, that's not the reaction I was expecting. Something's up. I narrow my eyes. I don't like... Oh no. What did you do, Nikki?
You might not want want to go into the garage.
The garage. My bike. I spin on my heel and race. That's it. The bitch is getting the bitch is getting yeeted. I am punting her. I'm not gonna do the other thing because she's up what 14, 15. I'm going to drop kick her or yeet her, drop kick her, or punt her into the fucking stratosphere. She's gonna go. I'm gonna punt her so fucking hard into the sky that she's gonna go out like Team Rocket in Pokemon. And then we're gonna save that as a clip. I spin on my heel and race towards the garage as Nikki cries out for me to wait. Throwing open the door, I feel like a hand is squeezing my heart. Nikki catches up with me and cringes.
Now, before you get mad,
Nikki!
just remember that I was really annoyed with you and wanted revenge.
Not helping. She quiets down, but she can't stand the silence.
At least it looks really pretty now.
It looks like a fucking unicorn threw all over my baby. All I can do is stare in horror at the glittery desecration of my beautiful bike. Nikki hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll clean it up.
Yeah, you will.
Let me get a bucket.
Nikki turns to leave, but I sigh. Not right now. I have to go. I take another look at the pink sparkles winking in the light. Maybe I should take the bus. No, I can't. The bus won't come for another 20 minutes and I need to leave now.
Okay, I'll clean it up later then.
I nod. With a grimace, I reluctantly ease myself onto my bike. The engine roars to life and glitter flutters behind me in a rainbow trail of happiness. This is so embarrassing. Oh god, Carrie's going to see it, isn't she? I park my bike in the lot and make my way into the building. The supermarket is tucked into a corner of the sprawling mall. There's no way Carrie will be walking. The aisles full of processed snacks. Sorry. There's no way Carrie will be walking the aisles full of processed snacks. So I head directly to the produce aisle. Just as I guessed, I spot Carrie picking up vegetables. She glances at me as I approach.
Ah, you made it.
How does she look like? Yeah. A cart is filled with different fruits and vegetables. I caught her just in time. It looks like she's almost ready to check out.
So, what type of sushi do you want to make?
Whatever you had last time. Carrie raises an eyebrow.
I had an assortment for lunch that day. You want to make all of them?
Sure. She shrugs.
Okay, follow me.
I trail behind her as she expertly picks out all the necessary ingredients and places them in my basket. And there's the right click of the day. As Carrie gathers everything I will need, she imparts step-by-step instructions for how to cook and assemble them.
Got it?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Anyway, that's everything. And I have to get going, so let's check out.
Wasting no time. She drags me to the checkout counter so we can pay. I patiently wait for the clerk to finish bagging all our items. Here, let me hold your bags. Carrie begins to protest, but I grab her bags before she can.
Fine. But only because you want to.
So prideful. I nod, holding my bags in one hand and hers in the other. She silently leads me out of the store, and pauses right outside the mall entrance.
Thanks, but I can carry it from here.
It's school. I get reusing assets, but any idiot can tell this is the parking lot from you know where you park near the academy. Unless the parking lot near the academy is also the one park when you want to go to the mall as well. I don't know. Convenient, I'll say that. It's conveniently the same. It's okay. Did you take the bus? I'll carry it to the bus stop for you.
No!
She snatches the bags from one of my hands.
Thanks, but I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. I'm barely able to reply before she runs off. She seems to be in a hurry. I wonder where she's going. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm starving. Time to get Homemate's delicious meal. Nikki will be so impressed. As I balance out my bags between my hands, I spot a purple eggplant in one of them. Huh? I didn't get an eggplant. Oh no. These are Carrie's bags. That means she has mine. I need to catch her before it's too late. My legs begin pumping before I even finish the thought. As I race towards the bus stop, I spot that fancy white car from the other day with the same man from before leaning against it. Carrie runs towards him. My legs tangle as I try to suddenly stop and stumble noisily behind a parked car. I peek out to see the man hasn't moved. Whew. Nobody heard me. The man splits into a wide smile when he sees Carrie and he envelops her into another hug. Then he plants a kiss on her cheek. Carrie embraces him back. I knew it! He is her boyfriend! No, he's probably her father, dumbass. The man takes the grocery bags and places them in the car. Then both he and Carrie climb inside. I dive out of my hiding place and sprint to my bike. I can't let them get out of my sight. Luckily, I'm parked close enough to spot them exiting the parking lot. I keep a good distance between us as I speed down the road behind them. I try to keep a car between us to block me from view, but every so often a vehicle will switch lanes, leaving me exposed. Still, the white car doesn't change pace or give any indication it knows it's being followed. I must be better at this than I thought. After a while, the car turns into a weathered driveway. The driveway is attached to an older house with a wide fenced-in yard. Children ranging in age from 3 to 10 play in the yard. Is this a school of some sort? I linger back and watch as Carrie exits the car. As soon as she does, the younger children swarm over to hug her legs. Carrie laughs when she sees the kids and opens her arms wide to return their hugs. A bright smile graces her face and she's warm and gentle as she herds the kids back into the yard. The older children greet her with respect, but it's clear they're just as happy to see her. This is such a different Carrie from the one I know. And even though she'd kill me if she ever found out I saw a side of her, I'm glad I did. Return her groceries. I want my fucking food. Plus, we need her to know we know about this. This is something we have over her. Kicking my bike into park, I grab the grocery bags and walk over to the house. As I come into view, surprise flickers across Carrie's face before it's replaced by an emotionless mask. She waits for me in the driveway.
What are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
I hand her the groceries. No, our bags got mixed up. These are yours. With a wary look, she peeks into the bags.
Oh.
For a second, she seems at a loss for how to react. Then her familiar glare returns.
Well, you shouldn't have followed me without my knowledge like some sort of creep.
She's so ungrateful. It's okay, it's for a good cause. It's not creepy if it's for a legit reason. She crosses her arms.
You mean to return these bags to me?
Exactly. I'm such a good Samaritan.
You could have swapped bags with me back at the mall.
No way. You ran off in a hurry and I lost you.
If you lost me, how'd you follow me?
Easy. I found you again in the parking lot when I was looking for my bike. And then I sprinted like an athlete to make sure I could stay with you. Speaking of which, I'm surprised you didn't notice me following you at all. Although, it's not the first time you didn't see me coming until I was already there. Carrie clenches her fists.
I'm going to pretend like you didn't say that. Your bike is white, right? You must have been really discreet because I didn't see it at all. Although, now that you mention it, there was this really weird looking bike that would occasionally pop into my view. But it was clearly a girl's, so I know that wasn't you?
She's beginning to put two and two together. Oh no. Her voice travels off when she notices my expression. Her hand flies to her mouth and she seems to be concentrating hard on holding something in. What? She shakes her head, avoiding my eyes. Her gaze flickers all around me. When they land on my bike behind me, the floodgates open. Her laugh rings across the yard.
That was you?
I mumble an affirmation.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Laugh it up. She gasps for breath as her laughter continues. Her eyes are even tearing up. Okay. It's not that funny. After a few more breaths, Carrie finally calms down.
That's a good look for you.
Very funny.
Gary, what is so funny?
The man walks over and gives Carrie a questioning look when he sees me.
Oh, this is my teammate from school.
Ah, a friend of Gary's.
Whoa, steady on there, mate. I wouldn't say friends. More like acquaintances. Reluctant acquaintance. Her face splits into a huge grin and he hurries over to plant a kiss on each of my cheeks. Carrie watches in amusement as I can only stand in shock.
I am Miguel Vasquez. Please, call me Uncle Miguel. So happy to meet you.
Hello? I'm Holy. I flash Carrie a confused look.
He's my uncle.
Yes,
Oh.
Gary doesn't let me meet her friend, so you must be very special. Her boyfriend?
No?
Of course, we're a couple. She wishes. Of course, we're a couple. I'm gonna go for that one. Let's push some buttons, shall we? I've always known we have a special bond, Carrie. I lean in close to her.
Huh?
And even your uncle can see it too. You know, we shouldn't deny this attraction any longer.
Idiot! You're delusional!
But she can't stop the blush from staining her cheeks.
That was so beautiful. Bravo!
Uncle!
Carrie's face is beet red.
Don't you have kids to help or something?
Miguel is unperturbed and chuckles.
I understand. I will let you lovebirds have some space.
What a guy. What a ledge.
We're not lovebirds!
He winks as he goes to join the children. Carrie and I stand in silence as she fidgets with her hands. Her face is still bright red and she can't look me in the eyes. After a moment, the silence grows too heavy and we speak at the same time.
Ignore him.
So, your uncle, huh? He blinks at me. He's pretty, affectionate.
Oh yeah, he's Spanish, and that's how they greet each other in Spain. It took a while for me to get used to it too.
That explains a lot. How did he and your aunt meet?
In university. He studied in Japan. That's why his Japanese is so good too.
We lapse into silence again. Carrie returns to the white cart and hands me my groceries.
Thanks for bringing these by, I guess. You should probably get going. I have to get back to the kids.
What exactly is this place? She hesitates and sighs in resignation.
It's a daycare and tutoring center. My uncle runs it, and I come by to help out.
I knew you were a softie. Mummy material. Oh, no, we're gonna say that one. I feel like Mummy material was joking around, but I'm saying I knew you were a softie. That I feel like that is more that hits home more than Mummy material. Actually, both of them could, but I'm gonna go with this one. The kids seem to really like you.
Well, I have been coming by since high school.
You must be like a big sister to them.
Yeah, they're all really good kids. Smart too.
Still, how did you get involved?
I started coming here as a co-op for class credit, and now I can't imagine my life without them.
Watch Carrie as she speaks. Her expression is soft as her voice is warm.
Most of these kids have parents who work all the time, and it's obvious these kids are lonely. They might act out or struggle in school, but all they really want is for someone to care about them. This place might not be the most glamorous, but Uncle cares about every single kid who walks through these doors, and they care about him.
Then her voice hardens.
Anyway, If you tell anyone about this, I will destroy you.
Noted. The kids wave at Kaori and call out for her to join them. With minimal urging from Miguel, they sing Miss Itami and Mr. Boyfriend sitting in the tree. Kissing. Miguel laughs at Kaori's mortification. I better go. Her face is completely red.
Yes, please.
I head back to my bike as Kaori runs towards the children. They scatter around the yard, squealing in laughter. Kaori puts on a hard exterior, but she's not as cold as she pretends to be. I glance back for one more glimpse of Kaori's smile before driving off. When I arrive home, Uncle Kato is staring at the phone with a silly grin on his face. Stare at him with the same grin. Why not? I step into his view and look at him with the same goofy grin. Kato snaps back to reality. Oh, the and really looks at me weirdly.
What's that look for?
I could ask you the same thing.
I just got off the phone with Yuki and I am saved.
Saved?
She called me today and apologized for going against our agreement.
Pieces of our last conversation resurface in my memory. Ah, the agreement you made when you two were separated. Uncle Kato nods.
She says that she can make the restaurant opening ceremony after all.
See? Everything worked out.
Yeah, I don't know what I was so worried about. Yuki has always been reliable and a true friend. Even after we separated, she was always there when I needed her.
Kato and Yuki sitting in the tree. Nah, he won't get the reference. It's not as funny with him either. Seems like you care really deeply for her.
Well, of course. I did love her.
Maybe you still do.
Who do you think you are, the love doctor?
I'm just saying.
This is the way things are between Yuki and I, and this is how it needs to stay.
If you say so.
So, I don't want to hear any more out of you.
Alright. I trust your judgment.
You're grounded if you keep this up, mister.
What? No. Uncle Kato laughs.
I'm just messing with you.
Hello?
We both turn to see Nikki wearing her signature smile. As she glances over at me, her smile falters.
Before you say it, I'll go clean up your bike now.
Clean up his bike?
You don't want to know. Kato grins.
Well, I have a bit of free time now and I'm in the mood to celebrate. Do you guys want to watch something on Netflix?
Nikki perks up at the idea, then stares pleadingly at me. Nikki. Before I have a chance to speak, she pouts her lips and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. You know that won't work.
Please?
Please? Her voice chokes up. Futile to resist, give him. No, I wouldn't give her no, man. Fuck you, bitch. Get clean the goddamn bike. I need that bike for tomorrow, right? And I've got a reputation to keep. You start scrubbing now, you might be done by morning. Get to work, son of a bitch. Oh, whatever. It's the only option that there is. Okay, fine. You can stay for one episode. Nikki beams.
Yay! Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro. Kato laughs at our exchange as we settle onto the couch.
You're going to be in real trouble, kiddo, if you give in so easily to the ladies.
Only for me.
No. Any woman who's willing to show me her cans. And you're my sister, so that would be weird. Unless, of course, it was one of my AVNs. But no. I don't give in so easily to women. Well, like I said, even I have my limits, but if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do something. I'm very stubborn and arrogant. But I don't know if I read that or not. Nikki leans against me and snuggles into a comfortable position. What are you doing?
Shush, pillow.
I think about protesting, but realise how useless that'd be. Kato notices my sigh of resignation and grins.
Forget about being in trouble, you're already doomed.
I shrug. You think I'd be immune to her witchcraft after 17 years of this?
What do you guys want to watch?
2.5 Gears, Gears of Recreation, How I Met Your Gear, that 70s Gear, The Big Gear Theory, Out of Gear, Breaking Gear, Breaking Gear, Agents of Gear. How about Gear of Thrones? I, Stennis of House Gearatheon, First of my name, King of the Adults and the First Men, Lord of the Eight Kingdoms and Guardian of the Realm.
Gear of Thrones.
We grin at each other and Nikki looks perplexed.
We're watching Gear of Thrones.
Actually, this isn't a family show.
Agreed.
Nikki sighs in relief.
Oh, good, because I've already seen it.
I think we need to discuss what's appropriate for you to watch, young lady.
I watched it with my friends for the story. We skipped the other parts.
Uncle Kato nudges me. I mean, let's choose something else. The older seasons, but sure. I recently divorced gear technician and his son moved in with his older brother who writes gear commercial jingles for a living. For crying out loud.
Oh, I love this show.
Loved?
Yeah, it all went downhill after they replaced Charles Sheen with Axton Kutcher. But I wouldn't mind watching one of the earlier episodes.
Okay, good. At least she has taste. And it's settled. Kato navigates through Netflix and selects the show. After binge watching a few episodes, Kato stretches and pushes off the couch.
That was a great break. I have to get some work done before midnight, though.
Alright.
Don't stay up too late, you two.
Okay.
Kato retreats into the kitchen where his laptop and papers are scattered. Nikki heaves a long sigh.
Well, I guess it's time for me to clean off your bike.
Ugh. Before she can point her sad eyes at me, I shake my head. You can do it tomorrow. She immediately brightens up.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get started on my homework.
Huh. Homework.
It's my senior year. I need to maintain my grades to get into a good school.
He has a point. Alright. Let me know if you need any help.
Thanks. It's nothing too difficult, just a lot of questions to go through.
Okay. We both nod. Say our good nights to Kato and head to our rooms. I spend the rest of the evening relaxing until it's time to sleep. As I crawl into my bed, my phone buzzes. I open up a text from Sho. Heyo! Guess what holiday's coming up next month? I'll give you a hint. We're all going to the beach. You interested? A holiday in which we all go to the beach. I have no idea what a holiday is, but I already like it. I text back. You know it. Oh wow, they skipped forward a month. Interesting. Nice music too. Not bad. How long have we been streaming for? An hour, but to be fair, it took us like 25 minutes. Well, it took us. It took me 25 minutes to actually get into it. So we'll stream for like another half an hour, I'd say. So we'll try and get like at least one more day done, and then we'll we'll get back to it. Okay, let's go. Oh. I can hear them, but you don't see the alerts on the stream because I've got them muted. Hey, Kat. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Where's the game? There we go. Time passes in the blur, and suddenly it's been a month since Nikki and I moved to Izukaze, and I started at 8 Academy. My team and I are stronger than ever, and our winning streak has not been broken. Kaori, Sho, Mayu, and I spent many evenings practicing in the hangar, learning how to anticipate each other's needs on the field. Yuna continues to manage our sponsorship from Dashu, and she's become more comfortable with the team. Valerie works hard behind the scenes to continually update our gears, and after all the tweaks she had given Eagle, I'm more confident than ever in my mech's abilities. I've had a surprising number of companies reach out to me to partner and research my core, but I've been declined each invitation. I don't feel comfortable having strangers poke and prod at my dad's legacy, especially when I don't understand what's going on myself. I don't hear about his core. I guess because the practice, when they got evaluated, they saw it there. Or maybe after he, I don't know. I guess people saw the footage, I guess. Or saw the match, the training match. Way back when. Aside from the team stuff, Carrie and I will occasionally meet up for lunch, in which she berates my food choices and offers me healthy alternative recipes. I pass those on to Nikki, who already loves Carrie even though they haven't met. Yeah, because they both get on my tits. Of course they'd get on like a house on fire. They have a common goal. On the home front, Uncle Kato is still as busy as ever now that his newly opened cafe has become insanely popular. Nikki spends most of her time at her school's cooking club, which has gained a lot of traction among the students. Sadly, that means I've had to fend for myself when it comes to food. That was a long story so far. I wake up at the sound of my alarm and begin my morning routine. When I enter the kitchen, I make myself a bowl of cereal. Nikki's already left for school. Lately, she's been leaving early almost every day. It barely phases me anymore, especially after I found cereal in the grocery store. The most expensive box of Tiger Flakes I've ever bought. Finishing up breakfast, I hop onto my bike and head to school. Valerie's already waiting for me and waves me over as soon as I enter the classroom.
I have news for you.
Good news or bad news? Pauses, then grins playfully.
Come with me to the hangar after class and I'll show you.
A hangar? So it's something to do with my core?
What else would it be about?
Take your pick. We all know the option to pick, right? I think it's fairly obvious, right? My powerful thrusters, strong and sturdy exterior, or my lightning quick agility, to name a few.
If you're so lightning quick, how come Evil gets so beat up during matches?
Don't know what matches you were watching, but clearly they aren't mine.
Pretty sure they are.
Then you have a strange definition of so beat up, considering the most Eagle ever gets is a few scratches on his armor. Valerie smirks.
I've seen some dents in there too.
You're from blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie waits expectantly.
So?
So what?
You haven't said yes yet. Will you come with me to the hangar?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Good. I was starting to think maybe you didn't want to be alone with me.
Before I can respond, the professor raises her voice over the chatter.
Good morning, everyone. In today's lesson, we will cover...
Yeah, the game knows well. Nobody gives a shit.
That's all for today. Have a great rest of your day.
Only classes in real life could be like this. They just fade to black and then you just somehow retain all information from the class. That's one thing hopefully the future gives us. We just get information beamed into our heads, so we never have to we don't have to sit there and retain any of the information. We just sleep through the class. Just as I finish packing up my things, Valerie grabs my hand and pulls me towards the door.
Let's go!
Sure. Just give me a minute. But she's already started walking with me in tow. I hastily grab my bag. Or we can go now. We cut across campus and enter the hangar through the main entrance instead of the pilot's lounge. Inside the hangar, Valerie rushes straight to Eagle's terminal, shooting impatient glances at me as I follow behind. She sets herself in front of my terminal, and after typing in a sequence, she proudly points at the screen.
Check it out!
Cool, numbers. But I'll be checking you out. Sure, why not? Let's see her response. MacLeod slides across a continuous string of numbers on the terminal to rest on Valerie. I drink in the curve of her waist and how her skirt accentuates the outline of her hips. She's holding back a smile when she realizes when she notices. She holds back a smile, which she releases when she notices my stare.
Although I'm relieved I can hold your attention better than this terminal can, you might want to hold that thought and focus on the screen.
No, I'm happy with my choice.
Then let me fix that.
Valerie stands behind the monitor and laughs at my disappointment. With a sigh, I refocus my attention to the screen. Okay, cool. So what's with the numbers?
Well, you know how all the system scans we've been doing haven't shown anything new?
Yeah.
Our approach was the mistake. I was thinking, if I wanted to leave a secret message on a system, I would embed it into existing code and spoof the service identity so that it would remain inconspicuous during scans.
What?
Well, I was doing a manual evaluation through listed services during the last week and noticed a discrepancy here. When I tried to execute it, it came back with this screen.
Her voice grows with excitement.
I'm positive there's something behind this code.
Really? Then let's find out what it is.
I was hoping you'd say that. Tell me how to decrypt it and we'll find out in a second.
What makes you think I know how to do that? He raises an eyebrow. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Would you be able to hack it? Valerie bites her lips as she thinks.
Yeah, but it might take a few days.
That's probably still faster than it would take me to figure it out. He grins.
I won't argue with that. Okay, I'll do it. But only because you're cute.
She winks at me, then turns towards the terminal. Thanks. Already engrossed in the code, Valerie gives me a short wave of dismissal. Women in their toys, I guess? I don't know. As I find my way out of the hangar, my phone dings with an email from the school administration. I scan through the contents. Due to the disqualification of Team Strike X, my team will now face Ona Bigasia in this week's match. I wonder what Strike X did to get themselves disqualified. My phone vibrates with a group chat from Show. Show, you guys get the email? I type out my response. Yeah. Wonder what Strike X did. Probably lied about something important. That's one reason why I left. Wait, Strike X was Show and Kari's old team? I consider asking Show to talk more about what happened with him and Strike X, but decide against it. I'm still curious, but this isn't the time to go into it. While I was thinking, a text from Mayu comes in. Looks like we'll go against Ona instead. Ona does sound familiar, but I can't quite recall which team they are. Who are they again? A team we must demolish. Of course Kari was right in all caps. Whoa, that's even more aggressive than usual. Shut up, Show. Hey, don't tell me shut up. Please don't be upset, Kari. I'm fine. While the texts come in, I rack my brain trying to recall how I know that name. Oh, right. Never mind. They're that all girls team, right? Yeah. They're supposed to be pretty good. Who cares? I won't let them beat us. This text cease after that. Probably for the best. What do I feel like doing now? Well, you know, we're focused on Kari, right? So more her, I guess. I'm starting to fall behind in my classes since all of my focus has been on piloting. Time to head to the library. The library is filled with students, and I don't spot any free tables. Looks like the other people had the same idea. I spot a familiar plum of red hair sitting alone at a table in the corner. It's rare to spot Kari at the library. She doesn't notice me as I approach. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she looked half asleep. You don't have to save a seat just for me. Ah, sure. I slide beside her, hoping to catch her off guard. Why, thank you. It worked better than I expected. She's completely startled.
Huh? Oh, you.
She lets out a yawn before rubbing her eyes.
What are you doing here?
It seemed like a good place to take a nap. Looks like you had the same idea. For a moment, it almost looks like she's going to pull back and hit me. When her hands finally move, I flinch. But to my surprise, she delivers an intense and dramatic stretching yawn.
I guess it doesn't matter if I tell you.
Maybe it's just because she's tired. She seems relieved to be talking about it.
One of the volunteers at the daycare left, and I had to take on their students. We were already short-staffed, but now it's much worse.
That's a relief.
What? Why?
Blame her, that's a maths textbook. Yeah. I thought you were doing shenaniganery. No, she's always so aggressive and super like fierce. Thought it might have been something serious. She narrows her eyes.
Serious?
Yeah, like family or school stuff.
You're saying that I don't take my job with these kids seriously?
No, that's not what I meant. Harry lets out another big yawn.
Don't worry about me. I just have to work a few doubles until we find a replacement.
Why don't you share the work with the rest of the staff?
Do you know anything at all about educating children?
Not really.
Obviously. At that age, one of the worst things you can do is to switch up their instructors. It has a terrible impact on their learning. Children need stability and time to build up trust. And while they're getting used to us, we're learning about them. It takes time to understand how a child learns, what they're feeling. Some kids might have an easier time with change, and it won't matter as much if they are rotating staff members. But other kids already have unstable homes to go home to. The daycare is the only place they feel safe.
Oh. I didn't realize.
And if I have to work a little bit harder for a week or two to make sure they get the best care, I will.
There's a strong determination in her voice, and I can't help but admire her compassion towards those kids. Yeah, I mean, she's a bitch towards me, but at least she acts like a bitch towards me, but at least she cares for the children. So at least she does have a good side to her. It's just not one she ever shows me, or show for that matter. Maybe Mayu to an extent, but not me or show. Still, you do need to take care of yourself too.
I am.
You're falling asleep while studying. Are you going to fall asleep in the middle of a match too? Clearly, you're not getting enough rest. She crosses her arms, but doesn't say anything. I'm not trying to pry into your personal life, but you are my friend. I just want to make sure you're okay. She continues to stay silent, but her look softens. Besides, if you get sick, then they'll have to find a replacement instructor anyway. Her eyes widen before she looks down.
I guess that makes sense.
She sighs.
Maybe I'll take it a bit easier.
I smile and nod.
But I'm fine right now, so don't worry about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am!
Yes, Mrs. Tummy.
No!
Mrs. Tummy?
I'm going to hurt you now.
She leans over the table, her fist ready to slug my shoulder. Thankfully, I see it coming and quickly lean back. Too far. My chair wobbles precariously and I grasp wildly for something to hold on to. Thud. Few students look over while I rub my sore head. Carrie blinks at me in surprise and masks a giggle. Once sufficiently amused, she offers me a hand and helps pull me upright. We study together in silence for a while. She occasionally glances at me, but averts her gaze whenever I look at her. Can I help you? Need something?
What?
You keep looking at me. Do you need something?
No, I don't. Stop imagining things. Besides, you keep looking at me.
Her cheeks flush. Because you're a cutie. Oh, yeah. We gotta poke the bear. You gotta. It's fun. It's fun. I smirk boyishly.
What is up with your face?
I immediately tilt my head to the side and flash another grin.
Stop!
What? I haven't done or said anything. She stumbles.
You're impossible!
The cheeks redden and she hides her face deep in her book. We got her. We got her. And that's another clip. 'Cause that's how we do it. That is how we do it. Oh. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We studied for a while longer before Kari's phone vibrates. After checking her text, she starts packing up. We say goodbye and I leave a short time thereafter. I'm in the pilot's lounge watching the Japan versus China gear playoff. The lounge is packed with students as this is a highly anticipated game. Many shout at the TV, but I watch in silence, dipping my drink and enjoy the ambience.
Exciting game, right?
I glance up in surprise, but nod. Akiri grins and sits down in the seat across from me. Although he seems like a nice guy, we don't talk very often, so it's unusual he'd approach me. I suppose I do have a really good view of the TV though. A string of boos and yells fill the room as China takes out one of Japan's gears. People are really getting into it this time.
Yeah, it was predicted that this year China was going to be a strong opponent for Japan, and it looks like that's coming true.
Is that why there's such a big turnout? Gesture to the crowded room. Akira nods.
This is the first year that China's even made it this far in the playoffs. Everyone's watching to see who will come out on top.
Who do you think will win? Doesn't even hesitate.
Japan. What do you think?
I mean, I don't really know the context, so I'll just say I don't care. Not really. I mean, I'll treat it like football. I'll give the same answer I give about football. Not that I wouldn't care. It's mechs fighting other mechs. I'm sure, it's like Robot Wars, right? I'm sure, I think I watched Robot Wars with my uncle, like, maybe a couple months back. So it's not like I would hate watching something like this, but I don't know the context, so I'm just gonna say I don't care. The only team I follow is the United States, so I don't care either way. Kira nods.
Oh, of course you'd root for your home team. Speaking of matches, I believe congratulations are in order for you and your team.
Me? Your team is still holding the #1 spot on the leaderboards.
Sure, but you guys are quickly catching up. You started out at rank 21, but you've already made it to rank 11.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about it. And we're going against an even better team this week since Strike X got let me try and read that again. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about it. And we're going against an even better team this week since Strike X got disqualified. Oh my god, third time's a charm. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about it. And we're going against an even better team this week since Strike X got disqualified.
Yeah, the school is taking no chances with them.
What do you mean? Akira blinks.
You didn't hear?
No.
The team lead and one of his starting pilots got into a huge fight, and they did not hold back. I mean, there were some serious injuries, so both members obviously couldn't compete.
Why did they fight?
The leader decided to sideline his starting pilot, and his pilot didn't like that.
They're on the same team. Couldn't they just talk it out? I'm sure the leader had a reason. Akira shrugged.
I don't know all the details, but my guess is that there probably wasn't a good reason to sideline the pilot. Either way, because the fight escalated to the degree in which Ace had to get involved, the school is currently investigating the team.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Who are you going up against now?
Owner.
Oh, May's team.
Yeah, I hear they're strong. Kira nods.
They are. But so are you. In fact, I'm really looking forward to my match with you.
That might be a while, considering my team's rank.
Right, but you guys have been on a winning streak, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because of that, your matchmaking rating, or MMR, is actually higher than your earned rank. That tends to happen with outliers like being an undefeated team.
What he says makes sense. Plus, I'm not going to question Akira about how being undefeated works.
I have a feeling that if you beat Onabu Geisha, it won't be long before we face each other on the field.
Don't jinx us. It is what it is. Yeah, I've got to say that. I shrug. One match at a time. Akira nods. Continue to watch the game in silence. After a while, Akira stands.
I wish I could watch the end of this match, but I've got to head to class. I'll see you later.
I nod. After Akira leaves, I check my phone and notice a text from Sho. Don't forget tomorrow we'll be getting our game on at the beach. Meet there at 11. As if I could forget that. I shoved my phone back into my pocket and watched the rest of the game. In the end, Japan won with just one gear left standing. Still got some time before I head home tonight. Just go hang out with Brosif. I feel productive today. I don't want to hit the books of study just yet. I know a good way to channel this energy. I work out at the gym. Other than my physical education class, I haven't been getting any exercise. I need to head back into a solid routine. Let me just quickly check something. Damn. Oh, whoa. Didn't want to see that. So one that's a spoiler. Well, I don't know if we're even going to go to that route anyway. And I have no idea how I even got to that route, because that's probably like when I first played the game. Oh, we still have it. We still have it here. Good. Right, I'll have to remember that. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Because I need to make a thumbnail. I need to, get a thumbnail for the stream. So, and one of the good points in this part of the in my playthrough of the game that I could screenshot for this stream. So, it's good I don't have to replay through all of that just to get back to that point for a screenshot. I head to the rec center and get changed in the lockers. As I make my way to the weight room, I pass by the gymnasium. Normally it's empty, but today it's full of people. Is there a class going on right now? Unable to curb my curiosity, I peek into the room. The gym is decked out with equipment. Balance beams, steel rings, parallel bars, uneven bars, pommel horse, etc. I can't see the floor beneath the layer of blue mats. Students seem to fly and flip from all corners of the room. My mouth drops open in wonder as I spot a very familiar face hanging on the steel rings. Joe. And the sound of his name, Joe. And the sound of his name, Sho turns towards the sound of my voice and loosens his grip. I wince as he crashes onto the mat below. After a second, he gets up and rubs his head, then looks at me. Such grace, much elegance. I clap slowly. I give that fool a solid 5 out of 7. Sho frowns.
Not funny, man. I was going for a personal record.
What are you doing here? Sho wipes the sweat of his face with his towel.
Trying to balance on the still rings.
No, I mean, I didn't exactly picture you as a gymnastics type of guy.
Why not? It helps with staying fit, build strength, flexibility, core training.
A pair of girls walk by us wearing the Ace Academy gym wear. Their stomachs are completely flat and they have perky features. They flash us smiles as they walk by.
Flexibility.
You already said that one.
Did I?
His attention is on another group of girls practicing their splits in the corner. And that has nothing to do with it. He grins.
It's a bonus.
I'm pretty sure that's the main course for you.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
You both grin.
Plus, you're competing with yourself to always be better.
Huh?
You set personal records for yourself, and then the next time you come, you try to beat them.
I'm not entirely sure where he's going with this. Like, how long you can hold yourself up, I guess?
That's just step 1. Once you're comfortable just holding your weight, then you start doing tricks like handstands. It's a lot harder than you think.
He motions towards the steel bars.
Try it.
Steel rings too easy. Anyone can do the steel rings. All you have to do is hang.
It actually involves a lot more technique than you think.
How about we try something that's actually challenging? I scan the room and point to the vault. Like that. Joe's eyes widen.
Do you even know what you're supposed to do on the vault? You flip off it.
You mean like flip onto it?
No. You take a running start and flip over it.
Ah.
Still want to try that?
Got back down now. Yep. Show shrugs.
Your funeral.
He leads me to the vault. Show gestures to the vault.
After you.
I run and start, then flip.
Yep.
And nod, gathering my resolve. Channeling my inner Usain Bolt, I race towards the vault. My legs keep pumping and the vault seems even close in front of me. Should I jump now? Before I know it, the vault is right in front of me. My hesitation costs me dearly and I crash face first into the springboard. Joe bursts out laughing. Thanks for your concern. I rub my head as Joe catches his breath.
Sorry. You okay, Broseph?
I think so. A girl I don't recognise waves at show as she races over.
How's it going?
Hey, Hitomi.
She looks me up and down. She smiles at me.
Who's your friend?
Hitomi, meet Broseph. Broseph, meet Hitomi.
So, is she should I hit home you now or hit home you later? Get it? Hit on. It's fine. She blinks.
Broseph?
Show nods and beams. It's holy.
Whoa, really?
Why is he surprised? I nod slowly. He rubbed his chin and thought.
I've been calling you Broseph for so long I forgot.
Hitomi laughs and playfully touches Show's arm.
That's adorable.
Show beams.
I'm just about done. How about you?
I'm almost done too.
Okay, I'm going to start packing. Come find me when you want to head out.
Show nods. Hitomi smiles at him and then waves at me.
Nice to meet you.
Same. She bounces out of the gym. I assume she's going to change in the locker room. You two know each other well?
Kind of. We met in this class. Her dorm building is actually the one next to mine.
That's pretty coincidental.
I know, right? Anyway, we ran into each other once, and when she realized we lived so close together, she insisted that we walk back together ever since.
The way she acts towards Sho, it's obvious she has more than a casual interest in him. Of course, knowing Sho, that fact isn't obvious to him. No, he's a bro, we've got to look out for him. Plus, yeah, it's not necessarily our business, but if we don't help our bro out, she may lose interest and move on thinking he's not interested. It's just the fact that he's completely oblivious to it. Dude, you know she's into you, right? Joe blinks and raises an eyebrow.
What are you talking about?
The laughing, the arm touching, the asking to walk back together. Joe shrugs.
She's just friendly. You're looking too much into it.
I'm telling May. Yeah, why not pursue it, you know? She's pretty cute. Why not ask her out? Joe blinks.
Wouldn't it be really awkward if she says no? We're in this class together. I'd rather not ruin a friendship by trying to go down another path.
You say so. What he's saying could literally be said about another girl he knows, whose name rhymes with Nayu. Alright, man. Sounds like you'll be heading off soon. I still have to go work out. Joe nods.
It was good seeing you. You should stop by again.
I'll think about it. Joe gives me a brosy fist pump and we head our separate ways. I go work out until it's time to head home. It's quiet in the house when I arrive home. I guess no one's here. No surprise that Uncle Kato's still at work, but I would have expected Nikki to be home by now. She's been spending more and more time at her cooking club. It must be going really well. I should take advantage of the quiet and study. As I head upstairs, a blonde head peeks around the corner.
Is that you, big bro?
Paul's at the top of the stairs. Hey, I didn't know you were home. Nikki grins mischievously.
Is it because for once I wasn't slaving away in the kitchen waiting for you to come back?
A little bit. It's not a bad thing. A good woman should know her place. Like the wife with the article. No. That's a good woman. No, that's a joking response. I mean, that's kind of where a woman belongs. Nikki's eyes grow wide before she narrows them in the glare.
You're joking, right?
It's more funny if we commit, okay? Of course I'm joking. Of course I'm taking the piss. But it's funny if we commit. Hey, you should get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, alright?
Don't you dare be serious about that comment.
Never seen Nikki's face so red before.
If I do go back in the kitchen and make a sandwich, I'm only making one for me.
What about Uncle?
Okay, yes, and Uncle Kaito, but not you.
Will you make me?
No!
You didn't let me finish.
No!
Nikki has her arms crossed and glares hard at me. Uh-oh, she's really upset. I didn't want to survive on my cooking alone. I'm sorry, it was a joke.
It wasn't funny.
It was to me. I'm sorry. Please cook me for me again.
I think forcing you to eat your own cooking is fitting punishment.
I might die of starvation. Nikki's trying to stay angry but sighs instead.
Fine, but only because I still need you alive.
Needs me? That can't be good. I bet she's about to ask me for a favour.
Anyway, before you so rudely distracted me, I had a question for you.
What is it?
Can you give me a ride to the beach tomorrow?
I blink at her. How did you know I was going to the beach?
Because tomorrow is Umiko's festival?
How did you know about that? Nikki stares at me as if I have two heads.
Because I live in Isokaze. Did you know about this?
Not exactly. Joe didn't specify where we were going when he invited me.
And you didn't bother to ask.
Do I really need a reason to go to the beach?
Fair point. Well, if you want to know, tomorrow is a festival to honor Umiko, the protector of Isokaze. A long time ago, the Dragon King threatened to drown the island if Umiko didn't marry him. So when she agreed to live with him in his underwater castle, she stole his magical pearl and now uses it to control the waves.
Huh. That's pretty cool. How did you learn about this?
You know I've always loved mythologies.
That's true.
So, can you take me or not?
No. Sure. I'll be leaving at 10:45. My face falls.
Oh.
Why oh?
Well, my friends aren't going to be there until later.
So hitch a ride with them.
I don't really feel comfortable asking them.
Fine. Then you can come with me.
But you're going so early.
Then take the bus. She smiles sweetly.
When I said early, I actually meant that's perfect.
That's what I thought. Nikki cranes her neck to peek down the stairs behind me.
You hungry yet?
A bit, yeah.
Me too. Come on, let's go downstairs and see what we have.
She moves past me and flies down the stairs. I follow her slowly. Nikki and I whip up a quick dinner. Well, probably more her than him, but whatever. Then I spend the rest of the night looking up more information about the festival before going to bed. I flip around in bed, too excited to settle down, before finally drifting off to sleep. Ugh. Alright. That's that. That was a good. That was really good. I'm happy with that. That was really good. Why is that? Ah. Let's try that again. There we go. Now it's like it came in further initially. No one will know. But that was a good episode. We got to actually see a softer side of Kaori for once, like a really soft side of her. You know, our sister trashed our bike. We really pissed her off by making a sexist comment, even though we were joking. And I maintain that the humour is subjective. So just because she doesn't think it's funny doesn't mean it isn't funny to somebody else. Humour is subjective, people. Alright? You find what you find funny. Just because you don't find it funny doesn't mean someone else will. Someone else won't find it funny, you know? Some people like dark humor, some people don't. You know, I maintain it was funny, and the commitment to the bit made it funnier. But obviously, it pissed her off, and we had to apologise because we certainly can't eat our own cooking. Anyway, that was a good episode, though. I enjoyed. That was good. That was a good playthrough there. Good bit of the playthrough there. I like that. There was a lot of good episodes. Some emotional moments, some tense moments, some embarrassing moments for us and for Carrie. You know, it was a good stream. It was a good stream. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you to Kat. I don't know if Kat's still here, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you get. I don't know if you're still here, but I hope you're getting on okay, and hope you're having a good weekend. But yeah, I'll stream. I might stream tomorrow. I might stream more Palia tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. But at least I think I did a Palia stream early in the week. I did an Ashfall stream. So that's 2 streams already. This one makes 3. So we'll look into it. I'll think about it Sunday and see if I feel up to it. We'll see though. But next week, I'll look into maybe doing 2 Cloudpunk streams just to cover the one that I didn't do this week, because it's just been a busy week and a half. And hopefully tomorrow's the last day and it's finally over. So, you know, I'm not constantly being interrupted every 5-10 bloody minutes. But yeah, have a good rest of your weekend. And, you know, if I've been a source of entertainment to an extent, whether it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, audio only, you know, if I've been a source of entertainment to an extent, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you potentially tomorrow for some Palia, depending on how tomorrow goes, and how tired I'm feeling. If I'm not feeling too tired, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you next week for some Palia, Cloudpunk, and more visual novel. I don't know if I'll do a fighting stream next week because I want to do 2 Cloudpunk streams next week. So. To make up for what I didn't do this week. So I don't know if I'll do a fighting stream next week, but maybe the week after. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's been Agent Scribe. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you're going through anything, I hope you get through it. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys potentially tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, next week. Take care. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.